The annual wildebeest migration is truly one of the greatest wildlife spectacles in the world. Smaller than the African buffalo, bigger than a gazelle, wildebeests have been called clowns of the plains, said to be designed by committee and assembled from spare parts. In truth, they are animals well adapted to their unpredictable environments and can move rapidly in search of food and water. For a wildebeest, it seems to take no more energy to run than to walk long distances, an ability helpful to cover the more than 600 miles of their annual migration. More than 1 million wildebeest, accompanied by 200,000 zebras and 300,000 gazelles, annually migrate from the Serengeti plains of Tanzania to the Masai Mara grasslands of Kenya. The cycle begins in May, when the grass on the southern plains of the Serengeti becomes exhausted, and the herds begin to move northward through the western Serengeti. The mass migration reaches the Masai Mara by late June, with the herds remaining until September, when they begin their southward march, following the scent in the air of the rain in the Serengeti. By November, they reach these southern plains to feed on the new, nutrient-rich grass. The herds remain in the south, allowing their newborn young to build strength before heading north to once again begin the cycle. During the migration, the greatest danger occurs when the herds must cross the Mara River. There is no other way to reach the Masai Mara. Thousands of wildebeest and zebra mass at the river's edge, apprehensive to enter the river. One determined leader will be the first to make the plunge. Then, as if a dam bursting, an endless flow of wildebeest and zebra follow. Some make suicidal leaps from the steep banks, and some land on others already in the river. When the water is fast moving, wildebeest are swept downstream, and the struggle to survive against the current often leads to drowning. Mothers, separated from their calves upon reaching the other side, may swim back to find a lost calf. Hungry crocodiles are a constant threat. While most wildebeest and zebras are successful in escaping crocodile attacks, this is not always the case. Lion prides in the Masai Mara have anxiously awaited the return of the wildebeest and zebra, while cheetahs have awaited the increased population of the Thompson's gazelles. This cycle of life continues year after year for both the predator and their prey. The Masai Mara is also home to a large variety of African wildlife, which includes the elusive leopard, elephants, crocodiles, giraffe, hippos, several antelope species, hyena, jackals, and hundreds of bird species. The survival of the Serengeti Mara ecosystem and the preservation of the wildlife have been aided by the Maasai tribe. The Maasai Mara National Reserve is situated on the land of the Maasai people. They live in harmony with the wildlife and do not hunt wild game for food. This benign attitude towards the wildlife could be construed as a form of active wildlife conservation. Hopefully, the Maasai way of life will continue and assure that the ecosystem can be enjoyed by future generations.